Nice windy day though. Good day for kiting. I don't like the grasshoppers jumping around in my shit. So, anytime you see that, you definitely got to evict them. Don't want them in your wing eating holes and shit. So, just stepped up to this wing. I had a Velocity Core 2 25 meter. No tip steering on that. It was an amazing beginner wing. Very stable. I was just a little underloaded on it, so I think I had a max all up of 135, 130, something like that. Just a hair over 110 kilograms. So I was a little lightly loaded, so catch a little extra bumps on the bumpy days than you would if you were kind of cutting through a little faster with a heavier load. So this one is made by Flow. It's the Cosmos Power. It's 1 meter smaller. It's a 24. It has the 2D steering on it. It's a B-wing. It has the 2D steering on it, which goes directly out to the tips. I'll show you. So with the faster wing and the extra brake lines, so your normal paraglider wing or paramotor wing, it's going to have this one brake line going up to the main back edge of your wing. This extra tip steering line goes to the outermost part to kind of give you a little bit more roll rate. So let's pop her up and straighten her out. Nice and easy. Let's build a better wall for inflating it. On a windy day, I'll just kind of hold up the A's and let the wind help me out. So we're a little crosswind. Let's pop her up, take one step to the right, and step towards it so it doesn't crumble up on itself. So now, gonna do the same thing, check all our lines, they're all clear. Gonna take the risers, flip them over, clip in, check your trims, make sure they're even, step towards the wing, make sure you kill any energy so it doesn't pick up when you're not ready for it before you have the brakes in your hand. Check your triangles, make sure that there's nothing, no twists, you don't have them wrapped around or through the middle. Then I'm simply going to reach down in the middle, grab my A's, step back, get some tension on it. Sometimes I don't like a windsock. I like to kite without one just so you kind of get used to feeling it. So right when I kind of feel a breeze behind me like this one, go ahead and kite it up. Alright, now we're going forward. Let's run. Alright, there we go. She's nice and smooth. A little gusty. Just turn towards the wind. Just like that. Keep moving forward. Let's turn around and reverse it. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Or backward in this case. But she's flying nice. Kind of lose a little bit of the wind. Gotta run back. Keep it stable. So let's go ahead and bring it over here and land it. Nice. And that was with the trims opened up about 2 inches. So, and it was kind of dying down on me really easy. As soon as I would hit the brakes, I had to fly a little bit longer to kind of build up energy. So that's a good thing you want to learn about your wing, is that internal pressure, how long it takes to bleed out, how long it takes to get it back. Like if you're coming in for a landing and you're oscillating a little bit and you try and use your brakes instead of your body to straighten it out, kind of taking away that energy. So when you let your hands back up after you straighten yourself out, you get dumped and you don't really have any flare. So that's what I like to learn about these things, especially a new glider to me. I kite every chance I get. Windy conditions, even no wind, that's the best time. Also, make sure you can throw your wing around so that when it really counts and you got the motor on your back, you know what to feel for. Alright, so since we have enough wind, try and pop her up a little bit, open her up on her own, save a little bit of time setting it up. Alright, got it there. Let's do it one more time. Got it there. Alright. Now, I want to close these trims up. So, to explain that, find a flat area here. When we talk about adjusting trims, you can see, imagine your wing is lined up at the top of these pulleys, right? So pulling them all tight with this trim opened up some, I have a slight angle of attack there. The rear is higher than the front. So if I were to open this trim all the way up and then pull the lines tight, you can really see the speed range on this, because the longer trims is pretty big, for me anyway. So let's pull it all the way in to the white line and check them. So you can see that is neutral, we call it. All of them are flat right at the white line, and there's maybe like a ½ inch afterwards that you could try and pull in. Don't really need to ever, I'm sure. So since we always keep things symmetric, we're going to pull this trim in as well to the white line right there. Okay. Now let's cut it up one more time. Check the windsock. We're still lined up pretty good. Flip the risers. Clip in. Clip in. We just did the trims, but I'm going to check them anyway. They're on the lines. I want to check my brakes to the pulleys. Also, with the 2D tied in, make sure you don't have a bunch of twists in them. I'm waiting to get my toggles from Trevor Steele when he comes out with those, the little 2-finger ones, because most of us fly with 2 fingers anyway, especially on the throttle hand. So anyways, make sure your brakes aren't twisted up, that way they're even. And I'm going to reach down in the middle, remember, and grab my A's. Now the wing's going to pull a little bit harder because the trims are in neutral now. We're getting a pretty good cross breeze, so this will be fun. Let's send it. Ready? There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Came up off center. That was a pretty strong gust. Didn't commit to it, that's why. Let's wait for this really strong one to go away. Then I'll throw it up. All right, ready? There we go. Now we're up. It's definitely gusty. I spun my brake handle around. Get my trim out of the way. I want to re-square this wing up a little without flying it. There we go. Let me open them just a hair. Nobody's winning any trophies here, so I'll put them just past the lines for neutral. Since it's pretty aggressive out, I probably have now you're gonna want to make sure your brakes and everything are straight, because stuff gets kind of twisted up, you know, so make sure all that stuff is good. And it wasn't as twisted. Alright, let's try and throw her up. Ready? I got a twist in her. Let's take her open her back up and do it again. It's never too bad to, or never a bad thing just to set her up and practice building the wall and kiting it again. So let's do that. Get a little bit more tension. Windsocks turn. Let's square up. I'm probably catching a little rotor from the building, so bring it up, walk it over some, pop it up. Yeah, catching a little rotor from that building, so let's launch it anyway. Flip them over, clip it in, clip it in. Those magnets bother me sometimes. Alright, check all your lines. They're good to the pulleys. Reach in the middle. Grab your A's. Put some tension on it, arms straight. Lean back. Get it up. And turn. Just like that. So, a little windy for a forward. Practice leaning, control the wing, let it fly. Walk back. Pop it right back up. Spin around frontal. Nice. And that's how you do it in gusty shit. Look at that. Wow. Huh? That was fun. So, kiting to me is extremely fun. Just playing with the wing, seeing how it responds. The shittier conditions you can overcome and make those corrections for, I think just the better you're going to be able to respond to anything thrown at you. And I just saw another grasshopper get in my wing. And that ain't cool. Don't get in your damn wing. So let's go over to this hill. Let's check it out. It's kind of blowing crosswind to it though. But yeah, I love it. Flying paramotors has been an amazing journey. I have about 31 hours now, maybe 49 flights I think it is, and it's a game changer. We pop this up just to build the wall, straighten the wing out, just pop her down. There we go. So I'm right in the middle of it. But yeah, the mental things you need to overcome while training, any fears you might have as you progress and you start to add all the little things in training together. You know, kiting the wing and then having the weight of the motor on your back and then the motor running and then doing your powered taxis. You know, and then actually the first time flying and landing and everything, each one of those steps kind of tests a little different part of you, and what you get at the end of it really can't be compared to anything, in my opinion. I've ridden crotch rockets, dirt bikes, snowboarding, all the normal crazy guy things. But this has everything. You could have the most peaceful flight in the world, or you could have your own roller coaster, depending on your flying style and wing and capabilities. So it's pretty gusty out again. Catching a crosswind from over here. You can see there's obviously a lot of big cloud systems in. So we're gonna have to throw this up, take a couple steps towards it. And as we're doing that, whatever high side's coming up, I start to apply the brakes to, so that I can center myself under it. So let's get it. Ready? Lost my wind there. Popped up and died. So as you can see, you got to maintain momentum or it's just going to die on you. So let's do it again. You can see the windsock's dead right now. Wing's not going to come up straight. So gotta have to make some corrections on this. It'll be fun. And we did it. She wants to fly. She definitely wants to fly. I love it. Stay under it. Alright, so we're going to get a little bit of forward momentum, tap the brakes, and get in front of it. Another nice inflation. So, now what I want to do